Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live studio audience. Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Fairly short video today. Not too long ago I did a video all about my Timex, new Timex watch. This is the Command Shock fast wrap, fabric fast wrap is what it's called. So you can light it out. Oh, I have to do it backwards here. There you go. Wait, hang on a second. There it is. The thing I love about it is the huge display. It's a big watch. I like the square shape. And initially I loved this fabric wrap thing because it's easy to put on and you can put it in an infinite number of places, to adjust to your wrist. And even like for time of day. As I'm an older guy, sometimes I've slept on my hand all night and my wrist swells up a little bit in the morning. So I like that. The thing I really like about this watch, and I still love about it, is if you saw my previous video, I replaced my Casio World Time, which I did like a lot. The problem was that watch kept resetting itself like 3 or 4 times a week. It drove me insane. So I had to come up with a replacement for it. And the things I require in a watch, being a truck driver, I'm in multiple time zones all the time. So I want to have at least 3 time zones programmed in, accessible. It doesn't have to be a world time like my Casio was, where I'd pick New York, I'd pick Chicago, I'd pick Denver. Those are the 3 time zones I'm in mainly, Mountain, Central, and Eastern. I just needed to at least be able to set those time zones to have 3 different ones and be able to click through them with just like push of one button. That's what my Casio World Time did. It just reset itself, which drove me nuts. So this one did that. If I turn it on here, so you can see the display, and then I click, let me get the display back on. See, it'll show the different time zones. So, see, that's handy. And another thing I love about this watch is as you're pressing the buttons, it stays lit up. Alright, so it was easy to switch through time zones. So I really like this watch for that very reason. So if I'm driving along like I was tonight, as soon as I left Illinois and pulled into Indiana and was crossed into Indiana, bang, I'm in the Eastern time zone. One click on the watch, and now my watch is set to the time zone I'm in. That is great. So I really enjoyed this watch. Like I said in my previous video about it, I already really liked it a lot. But now after wearing it for 2 months, the problem is the fabric band. Alright, I went on Timex to see if I could get a replacement band for it, and no, you can't. That's the problem with some of the watches these days. The band is, very special, specified to the watch. You can't replace it. You can't even, it looks like there's little screw things on there. I mean, I know you can't see it. But I tried, it has a hex shape. I pulled out my hex tools to see if I could pull the band off. No, you can't. You can't, it's stuck on there. Which means, after wearing it for 2 months, yeah, that's the problem with a fabric band. It soaks up all your sweat, and so it smells like it. So, of course, the only way to clean it is, at least the watch itself is waterproof. But then you gotta take soap and water and clean the whole band up. Well, now it takes a day or so or more to dry out. I wear my watch 24/7, all right? The only time I take it off, really, is when I take a shower. And that's what I liked about my old Casio World Time that I had the metal band. When I took my shower, I would clean it off in the sink with soap and water. Well, you do that with this one, and now it's all wet. And plus, it shows the dirt real bad in the Velcro area. But otherwise, I really like the watch. So I was like, as they used to always say in those infomercials, there's got to be a better way. Okay, so I searched on the Timex website and Amazon as well, and found this one. It's essentially the same watch. Except the display is a little bit smaller. Here, I'll hit the thing so you can see. The numbers aren't as big, okay? But the outside shape of the case, everything else is exactly the same as this one right here. They're both called Command Shock. Alright, this one's just got the fabric fast wrap. This one's got your silicone or resin band, which means you can easily wash it, you can clean it. Like I say, the only downside to this one is the display is not as large. The numbers aren't as big. See, there's this one right here. And we go back and look at the this one right here, a little bit bigger numbers, all right? And for some reason, this one decided they had to have this stupid little swirly thing up there in the corner counting down, which I don't understand why. And so the numbers are still just a little bit smaller. But actually, I found it to be easier to read in daytime and nighttime compared to the first one over here. The Indiglo on this one's a little bit better. And like I say, it has this resin band. So what I did is I ended up buying two. Because I initially just decided, okay, well, I'll buy another one of these, and I can wash the strap on it, and while the other one's drying, and I can, you know, swap them back and forth. But then I got this one when I actually got it out of the box and got it home and everything. I like it. I like it actually a lot better. Even though the display is a little bit smaller, like I say, it's brighter. It's a little easier to read in daytime and nighttime. It is an inverted display, which means it's got the dark thing. So in the daytime, you know, you need to have a lot of light shining on it. Now see if I get my light shining right on it. Well, it's kind of hard to do with the camera, but anyway, you can see, you can kind of see it right there. See? All right, it works pretty well. And the Indiglo is real good on this. So, but this one is, the one thing I always like about Timex watches, see this little notch up here in their band? That corresponds with this. On the other end, it's got a notch inside of it. So when you put it on your wrist, that goes over that notch, so that little flap, that end piece, isn't catching on things. Casios don't do that. So a rubber band or a resin or silicone, whatever you want to call it, band on this kind of watch with Timex has that little notch on there that this goes into and holds it in place, so it holds that flap down. I like that, because my Casios would always catch on the steering wheel. So here's what I came up with, and I ended up liking this one actually better. My wrist, here's a good shot of that little notch I was showing you at the end of that strap, that little Timex where it's stamped in there. That little part goes over it, and there's a part that sticks down that goes inside that slot, so that then it won't catch on things. It just stays in place and holds that flap end down. I think that's wonderful. I wish Casio did that. But so far, Timex is the only one that does that. It makes a big difference with the watch on your wrist. I tried to get them both lit up at the same time, but I don't have full use of my left hand, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. But anyway, you know, you can see them. They look essentially the same, just different kinds of bands. And unfortunately, the display on this one's just a little bit smaller. But like I say, I found it to actually be just as readable. And it's a little bit better in day and nighttime with the Indiglo. So I've got some still shots here with the two side by side, so you can get a better look at them. So another reason I wanted to do this video then is, like I say, I ordered an exact duplicate of this one, thinking, all right, I like the watch so much, if I'm gonna have to deal with completely washing the band every few days and then swapping to a different one while this one dries out, well, that's what I do. So that's why I bought the replacement. And like I say, then I found this one, very similar, very similar watch with silicone, resin, rubber band, whatever you want to call it. And anyway, after getting it and putting it on, and especially with that little thing that holds that flap down, I was like, wow, I think I like this one better. So I'm going to keep this one because I bought this one a couple of months ago. And I had the replacement that was just like it. So now here I am with 3 watches. So what am I going to do? Well, I decided I'd send back my replacement of this one back to Amazon, and that's another reason I'm making this video is, boy, do they make it easy now to return something. Now, a while back, I remember I did a whole video all about the Amazon lockers, because they've put some of those Amazon lockers now in truck stops, at TA and Petro truck stops. So that's how I got those that original package of face masks. I had them delivered to me at a TA up in Corfu or somewhere in New York State, anyway. And I tried the Amazon lockers because I knew I'd be there in a couple of days. I ordered them. When I got there they were. You scan your thing at the locker, boing, the locker pops open and you got it. So it's a great way for truckers who are out weeks at a time like I am to get something from Amazon. Well, now they've made returning even easier, because like I say, I picked these up when I went back through the house, and so I had these two watches. Well, I'd opened this one first, the new one with the silicone, resin, rubber band, whatever you want to call it, and decided, hey, I really like this one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to go ahead and send back the other fast wrap one, and I'll just keep the current one I have, and I'll just use it as a backup or use it when I'm at home and working on stuff, whatever. But now you can return stuff through Kohl's. Just find a Kohl's and you can return it. Now, here's the neat part. Being a truck driver, you can't get into a lot of places. But you know what? You can get behind most Kohl's. Why? They got docks. They have trucks coming there all the time delivering their stuff. So I found a Kohl's when I was in O'Fallon, Missouri, delivering the other day. I found a Kohl's on my way in, so I stopped over there. I found where the Kohl's was. Of course, you know, you just look for the way behind it, and there's usually an entrance for trucks. Found a way to get back there behind the Kohl's, just parked back there while I ran inside. Brought him the box. I hadn't even opened it for the other fast wrap one. Handed it to him, and you got to go online first to do your order. He gives you a little number and a scan code thing. So I brought my phone in. I handed them the box. They bing, scanned the code. They said, okay, you're all done. Here's your receipt. And plus, they'll give you like a 25% off coupon to use at Kohl's that day. I didn't find anything to use, but anyway, so they said, hey, you can take a picture of that if you want to and use it later. And I said, well, cool. Then I took a picture of it, sent it to my wife. She loves Kohl's, so she can use it. Anyway, and so bang, that was it. And then what really killed me is then I got stopped over at that Quick Trip in St. Peters, Missouri. Within an hour, I get an email from Amazon saying, hey, your return is processed. Bang, here's your refund to your Amazon account. It was amazing. They don't even have it yet. Kohl's has got it. And they already gave me my money back. I think that's pretty cool. I was amazed by that. So that's a cool way for truckers to do it. You know, like I say, we can get behind a Kohl's. That's why I always get Rusty groomed at a PetSmart. You know, it's always in a strip mall. You can get behind a PetSmart, you know, to drop off your dog. So, great way to return something from Amazon for truck drivers. So, I'm all over that. That's cool. So I think what I'm going to do is, I like this one now so much, it's going to be my main go-to watch. And like I say, I wear a watch 24/7. I wear it while I'm sleeping, and the main reason, and this is why the requirements I need in a watch are 3 different time zones at least, and I want the day and date displayed big on the watch. So that, you know, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can just hit that Indiglo and know what day and date it is, and the time of the time zone I'm in. Of course, you know, that doesn't help me with the where the hell am I kind of dilemma that we truck drivers have to deal with every day, but at least it helps get me there when I can look at it and go, okay, wherever I am, it's 3 a.m. So that's a little helpful. So, because I'm hard on watches, and I am, and these are supposed to be tougher, these Timex Command Shocks, they're both called the Command Shock. That one's just called the Command Shock with a fast wrap. This is called the Command Shock with a resin band, all right? I will put the model number down in the description so you can look it up for yourself on Amazon if you want it. But I found it to be great. I loved the watch. Like I say, since I couldn't replace the band on it and having to wash that one, you know, you can wash a rubber or resin band in a sink anytime. So I'm still going to buy another one. So since I got my refund so quickly, they're both the same price, 99 bucks. So I'm going to buy another one of these and have that as a backup because I'm hard on watches. And once I find one I like, I want to stick with it. Because, you know, in a year or two, when maybe I kill this one, they probably won't have that one available. So I'm going to buy another one as a backup, you know, because that's the way I roll, baby. Once I find what I want to have it again. Thank you. So anyway, there's the whole Timex watch story. I'm going to put the model number for this one down in the description as well. Like I say, it's basically the same watch. Display is just a little bit smaller, but I think I like it better. I like the band. I like the way it feels, and I'll be able to clean it. So, you know, there you go. So there's my Timex Command Shock watch update. I liked the one with the fabric wrap, but it gets smelly. Gets smelly, baby. It's too hard to clean. I can clean this one anytime I go take a shower. Well, hope that helps some of you. I'm a big watch guy, but like I say, I'm very picky. I need to have the 3 time zones. I need to have a big display. I need to have the day and date on there all the time. And that's what I require. And like I say, these are a little pricier than those Casios I used to get. They were like 25 bucks, 100 bucks a pop for these. But I think I found one I finally like. I really like that fabric strap watch. It's just, it gets smelly. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hey, please subscribe. As always, please comment. I do get to your comments. Takes me a day or two sometimes because I'm working. Please ring that bell for notification, like, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch out.